Hello friends, welcome to your only channel Times of Coding. Today in our series Scala Express, we will discuss packages and imports. In this session, we will discuss how to look up our code and works with import while programming. In previous session, we have discussed Scala traits, how to mix these traits with classes, tips as few takeaways. In this session, our focus will be on Scala packages and Scala imports. Packages, we should use it to minimize coupling of code when managing project with several files. It is important to organize all the project files and to make it well structured with low coupling. If we are making changes in one of the modules, it should not have any impact to another modules. One way to accept this modular style of coding to arrange our modules is cohesive. So now we will have a package example and we see how to define them. Here I'm defining one of the packages, Times of Coding, and inside that package I'm creating one class as learning. And since in Scala we do have concept of nested packages, so we will define nested packages here. Under Times of Coding I'm keeping Scala.express. And inside this package also I'm defining one class as functional, and I'm not keeping any definitions yet. So that's how we define packages. Now I will give you one more example with some definition inside the classes. So here our hierarchy of packages is similar, but I'm adding one more package here as programming and then class as Scala. Two functions I'm adding here, learned and get good job. So for learn, I'm defining as option of boolean type, and inside this I'm defining by default value as sum of false. And here I'm defining one function with boolean with some condition. If learned dot get is true, then we will have a true, else false. So this was about the definition. Now we will see how to access them. So far we have defined three classes, learning, functional and Scala. So I'm creating one more package in that same file only, package access, and then I'm creating one class control. Inside this control class I'm defining three objects as package, object 1, 2 and 3. And with same package I'm creating three instances of above three classes for learning, functional and Scala likewise. So while retrieving class names, we need to keep the exact absolute package name. We do have one more keyword called underscore root underscore. This will get us the access to our root directory of our project. So here I'm defining one method called get object package root, and here I'm keeping root, so that will have a immediate root connect which we are having inside the source directory. I will show when we are doing the practical. After that we are defining com.scala express session abstraction and closure Netflix. So with the help of this root keyword, we can navigate through all the packages from top to bottom level. So now I will create one object called package. Inside that package object, I will define one main method. And here I'm calling this control class. So this control class we have defined here in above example. And from this, we will get object package root. So when I define get object package root, the call will goes to this function and we will get this closure Netflix object. Inside this closure Netflix object, we will have a call message for debug message purpose, which we will see in our practical examples. For moment, I have given main focus on definition and the calling of those functions which we are defining in different packages. So if you see, here we are having long packages name as a prefix with class name. Now to reduce these names, we are having imports. Imports keyword supported in Scala to importing the classes. And when we import some classes, that means compiler will bring those classes into current scope of execution. And now I will explain how to import the classes. So first, these all are gray color text because we are not utilizing this class. I have just written in IntelliJ. If you also do likewise, you will also get gray color text. So first I'm defining the exact class which I'm supposed to get. So I'm defining full package name and the class name. So let's say if inside this class, if you wanted to import all the functions, you can access through underscore. And inside this class also, if you have got some object or some subclasses, then you can define that subclasses and then underscore to access all the members of this subclass. So in few of the languages, it is mandatory to import only on the top of the classes or object, but in Scala you can import anywhere wherever you need to access those packages, objects or classes or member functions. So moving on, here I'm defining one object called usage of cards, and with this I'm keeping one function called show card. Inside that card I'm keeping one parameter as card, which is a type of card only. And now we are importing in between of function definition, and then we are having debug statement as suits ranked, and these two values will be coming out of this card class that we will see in our practical time. So likewise, we have seen earlier that we can apply some underscore to access all the member functions. We are doing it here. Now with this example, we are importing all the member functions here, but if we wanted to be explicit about what to import, we can define that thing with curly braces. So in that curly braces, let's say if we are defining 25 teen patti, and inside that we are having king and queen, so it will import only king and queen functions. So it's a selective import which we are doing here. So now moving on, we can write in fact aliases name also for import members. Now here we will see inside the teen patti we are calling king as powerful king and we are calling queen as glamorous queen. So once we define in such ways, our king and queen will not be able to directly import. If in case we need to import this king and queen also, we need to apply one prefix as teen patti, because this king and queen got hide with these names, and these names will work as the aliases. So far we have seen how to import all member functions, how to import selective member functions, and how to change the name and hide the actual name of those member functions. Now what if we wanted to import all the members except few? So in that case, we will see how underscore will play a major role for us. Now if you see in this example, we are defining one object as joker, and in that joker we are extending with card, and deck of card is also having joker, which is not applicable for teen patti game, let's say. So I have added joker in teen patti object. Now when you are importing that teen patti, you can define joker, and as we have defined aliases, you need to keep this is equal to greater than with underscore. When you do like this, you don't want it to import the joker card from that card deck. And except joker, you are importing everything here. So this underscore will represent everything out of this card deck, and this joker is equal to greater than underscore will represent you are interested to import everything but not joker. And inside the function, if you make a call to that joker, this will come as red text and you will get some compile time error. So that's how we can exclude member from getting imported also in a scope of class or object definition. So in theory, we have discussed today agenda. Now it's time to do some practical. IntelliJ started. Now we will create one package as package.imports. And in this package, we will create one Scala classes learning, and then we will define our first example. I'm creating one package here called types of coding. Inside the types of coding, I'm defining one class, and inside this package I'm having another nested package, Scala.express, and then we are having class functional here. So now we will not have any run function given from IDE because we are not defining any main method. Now the next example we have seen where we have defined another class, and this class we are naming it Scala, and this class we are defining like similarly types of coding package, Scala Express package, and then programming package. Inside this package we are defining a Scala class, and this Scala class will have two member functions. First member function is learned, and this learned will get us option type of boolean value. By default we are keeping sum of false. And then we will have another function get good job. So in this get good job function we are defining a condition, and on basis of this condition we will get a true and false as boolean. If learned.get will give true, then it will return true, otherwise it will give us false. Inside this package I'm defining control class, this control class will actually create three objects here, and these three objects are coming from learning class, functional class, and Scala class. We will include package, learning class also, and functional class also from our previous example. Okay. Now I'm defining one more function here as get object package root. And in this call, we are defining as root. So root will give us the access to this package under Scala directory, and then we are defining com.scala express as we have mentioned here as package name. And then inside the session.abstraction, that means inside the session, and here we have got abstraction, we are accessing closure Netflix object, and inside this object for our need purpose we are defining this function as call message. This class we have defined in one of our previous session. So for our today's example purpose, I'm just defining one more function here. In that class, return type will be unit of this call message type function, and we are writing one debug statement here for package call. So going back to this class, we will get access to call message function with usage of underscore root underscore keyword. So now in order to execute this class, we need to write one object also. We will keep inside the times of coding package. So here inside the times of coding package, I'm defining one object here which is type, which I've given name as package. So inside that package named object, I'm defining main method here. Inside this main, I'm creating one object from control class. If you wanted to go on control class definition, you can simply press control button in your keyboard and you can left click, so you will directly land on the control class definition. This is the control class we have defined inside the access package. So after getting reference in that object call for this class, we are calling its method called get object package root, this one. And once we get object of this class, we can call our defined function as call message, which we have defined in this class. And if you notice, this class is coming from different package but in same module. So now we will run this package object and we will see the output now. So now we are getting output as for package call, and this is the same debug message inside the closure Netflix class in call message function. After this example, we have discussed about imports. Now to explain import, first we need to write one class, and to write one class we will need another package, card.game package. And inside card.game package, I will create one class as abstract class called card, and here this class we will make it abstract, and with this abstract card class we will keep two parameters as suits and rank. And inside this object of Teen Patti, we are defining object ace, and ace will extend card, and this card will have suits as ace spade and rank as 1. Similarly, I'm creating three objects here as ace, king and queen, their suits and their rank. After this, I'm defining one object as joker. This joker is also a card and it is having suits as joker and rank as not applicable. Now then I'm defining one list type of variable, and this list will have three cards in them as ace, king and queen. After defining this Teen Patti object, we need another object to explain the imports. So now I will create another object as card package. Okay. And inside the game package, we are having this Teen Patti and card abstract class. Okay. So now I will define usage card, and here I'm defining one function as show card, And in this show card, we are keeping one parameter as card type, and this card type is coming from card.game. So here we need to import this card.game package. Now how I will import? I will write simply the same package from top, and then we will include game.card. Okay, so after this import, game will be in scope of execution. Now we have done with the definition. In order to call teen patti object from this class file, we need to have main method here, and inside that main method we are writing teen patti. But so far we have not imported teen patti also. So the way we have imported card, we need to import teen patti as well. And after importing teen patti, to get access king and queen bed, we need to include queen like this. So here we need to write actually two import statement, one for teen patti and one for its member function. The import which we have done here is very explicitly defined, and we know what we are importing here. Now if in case you wanted to use underscore to import everything from that particular class, you can use underscore also. So that means just not king and queen, you can in fact define ace also now. It is also accessible, and if you run, you see you are getting access of these three cards now. Here you are getting access of king, here you are getting access of queen, and here you are getting access for ace. And this is happening because we have included underscore. But in place of underscore, if you just say king and queen, your ace will become obsolete and will not be in a scope of execution. You see, and after this also we will run, we should have compile time error like too many arguments for method println because ace is not accessible. So we have seen how to use underscore to import all the element from some object, and then we have used selector clause as well in import statement. So now we will see what if we wanted to keep some alias name for this import. So let's say instead of king, I would like to call this king as a powerful king, and for queen I will call beautiful queen. Okay, so now if you notice here, everything is going out of scope for execution. But here if you place this powerful king and instead of queen, if you will place beautiful queen, these two objects inside teen patti object will again come in scope of execution. And now if you run, see you are still having references to this king and this queen. Since these are the alias name, that's why you are not having this name mentioned while having your object retrieval here. Okay, so we have seen alias names also. Now what if you wanted to include everything but except one? So here I will make it except king. We are interested to import everything else. So here if you define queen, it is still in scope of execution, but if you define king here, this will become out of scope because here we are not interested to import king, but yes, we are interested in queen. That's why it is happening like this. So I will run again and see we have got again compile time error. So that's how we can mention an import statement if we wanted to exclude some of the object. So with this example, we have completed this session content. I hope you like this session. You can like, subscribe, comment, and you can share this knowledge with your friends and colleagues. Thank you. Have a good day.